and output. Alright, let's see if there's any sound now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's come back here. Okay, is there any sound now? Let me know, Showmoke, if there is any sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My Windows went. Ah! There is definitely sound. Brilliant, right, so if I turn that off, right, so it shouldn't echo, I shouldn't hear it twice, but yeah, if there's sound, then fine. Is that okay? Right, so let me go back to what I was saying. Right, let me go back to what I was saying. Okay, what I was saying was, first of all, thanks for everybody sticking around. Those of you who've been looking at my videos, and thank you very much, I appreciate it. But also, I was saying that there's been a lack of content of late, and the reason being is fourfold. There's 4 reasons why there's been a lack of content. I went to India in November, came back from India, we had a family wedding to go to, then Christmas, then New Year, and all of those things together really have kind of halted my mojo, my recording videos mojo, so to speak. I have got a couple of things to do, this being one of them, which I think is absolutely atrocious. I was asked to do a video for this. It's called an AG-4 eVTOL. I can't even remember who it's been produced by. They asked me if I would create a video for it. I said yes, I would, but it's, well, you saw what happened. I'm not overly impressed with it. That aside, I've also been having a few problems with Windows, which kind of knocked me out for a couple of days, and I've got to, I've been spending a couple of days sourcing that out. It's still not correct, still not right. I still got a few things to do with that. And I'm just looking here, and this isn't right, obviously. I just realised that there is Default Airport and an Orbix Airport there at the same time, so I've got to sort that out. And frankly, what I've been doing is I've been concentrating on my VATSIM controlling career, so to speak, my VATSIM controlling side of my hobby, which some of you will have seen, and here is Cardiff Radar. So I'll be quite honest that at the moment I'm not doing that much flying at all, and consequently, as a result of that, I think the video content is suffering a little bit. I've done some live broadcasts, and I've done live broadcasts of me controlling at Cardiff, but unlike Heathrow, where at Heathrow you'll see lots of traffic and what have you, at Cardiff and Bristol here you may not see as much. And this isn't live at the moment. I mean, I can go live, it's not a problem. So let's connect. Do you want to continue? Yes, I do. So we'll go live, and there is some traffic about, nothing coming to me, and although there is traffic on the ground at Bristol, so maybe I need to open Bristol. Is it that one? I think it's that one. Yeah, open Bristol. There's aircraft on the ground there, and I also need to open up Cardiff. Is it that one? Yes, it's that one. Nothing there. That's okay. So Bristol, and we need to connect to audio for VATSIM, which is what connects me to the servers, wherever that's gone. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There we are. So there, connect, PGFF app. approach. You see, this is all everything you have to do here. So XPD underscore app. Put that in, yeah, and then I can connect to it because I control both Cardiff and Bristol. I can connect to that and then do that there. Okay. So I am now connected to the VATSIM network. Let's close that. Let's just have a look around here. So there's traffic on the ground at Bristol. I could see that because I could see that yellow dot. That told me there was an aircraft there. There's nothing else going around here. I mean, yeah, there is. This shuttle, I don't know where he's going. Oh, he's going to Edinburgh. He is allegedly going into Heathrow, as is he. But they're nothing to do with me. I only deal with Bristol traffic. So we'll send this guy a message. There he is, Ryanair. I'll send him to contact me. And hopefully you'll hear him. There we go. So he's had to contact me. Let me just check on here. The audio for VATSIM is on. And it should be. Yeah, it's on, and I've got it turned right up, so you should hear him when he does call. I know. Let's have a look. Yeah, so all of these things together have conspired against video content, which is, you know, it's 1, 1, 2. Let's close that one. Right. Hello, with you at Bristol, ready for push and start, please. Right, first of all, do you have voice capability? Voice or receive voice? Voicey. Push and start. You know, you need a clearance. Okay, receive voice. So I need to give him his clearance. Ryanair 67 Papa uniform, you're cleared to your destination on a Brecon 1 Zulu departure. Runway 09 is in use. Initial altitude 6,000 feet, squawk 4467. So unfortunately, this guy is he's text only. As you can see down the bottom here, his text, what he's saying is coming up in orange. Ryanair 67 Papa uniform, readback is correct, and push and start is approved. Face east. Sorry, face west. So I've given him his clearance, and he's ready to push. Okay, so I'll zoom in a bit further so you can see him. There he is, the yellow aircraft there. And he will push back and face this way. Alright. I mean, you get a lot of people coming onto VATSIM, new pilots, although he hasn't got that in his notes. I don't think. Let's check his flight plan. No, he hasn't put anything in his remarks about being a new pilot or anything. So you do get a lot of new pilots, and they're afraid to speak on VATSIM, and I can understand why that might be. I mean, we was all new at one time or another, so I can understand why he, you know, is a bit intimidated. Although, so far, everything he's, you know, he's read back everything correctly. You know, so he knows what to do and he knows what to say. We just, for some reason, now if I say he said he didn't have voice capability. He may have a disability. He might have a speech impairment of some sort. I don't know. But when they say they can receive voice, you know that they've got a microphone. Whether it's a desk mic or a headset mic, you know they've got a microphone. So I always wonder, well, why don't you speak? I'm not going to bite your head off. We can even see what can even find out what he's flying, I think. Hang on, I put the wrong command in. It's .inf, and then click on him. Okay, and if we go, oh, it's not working today. Yeah, normally it works. Hang on. So, there we go. So there, he's on VPilot, so he will be flying in P3D. Alright, so he's in P3D or FSX. He's bound to have a headset and mic. Bound to. Anyway, we'll wait for him to request taxi. So he's pushed back there. See his tag. Just come out to here. Just checking on other aircraft. I want to change my history trails. Change the colour to that. I like that better. Save. So you see they've got a nice shade of blue there. Let me zoom in on one of these guys. See, so the star is the aircraft and that's his trail and this is his leader line, which I can turn off. You do all sorts with this. So if you fly on that sim, you've always wondered what controllers look at. This is what we look at. And I can change, views just by pressing F7. So I've got, Cardiff Airport, Cardiff Radar, and Bristol Airport there. Okay, we're just waiting for the Ryanair. So also on here, we've got all the stands. They're all numbered, although you can't see the numbers. I know where they are. We've got all the hold points. Yeah. So obviously he will taxi to Golf X-ray, which is way down here, and hold there. Ryanair 67 Papa uniform, taxi to holding point Golf X-ray, hold short. So click on the taxi button there, so if I was coordinating with another controller, rather than me having to talk to that controller, he could see that I've given him taxi instructions because of this strip down here. So I've got taxi there. The orange block there means he's been cleared, he's been given his clearance, and then originally I had push, now he's on taxi, so that any other controllers, coordinating controllers, can see what I'm doing with the aircraft, then I don't need to worry. So at the moment, let's just explain this at the moment, hang on, go back to radar. So at the moment, he's on the ground, he's not squawking Charlie, and so he just comes up on my radar screen as a primary contact there. Yeah. These other aircraft that are flying around, of course, they are operating within the levels that I can see. So I can see from ground up to flight level 200. All right. Anything above flight level 200, I wouldn't see this information, and all I would see would be a dot flight moving above flight level 200. Once they come into flight level 200 and below, then I see the full detail of the aircraft, and then I can actually look at more detail of the aircraft. I can look at their flight plan, etc. Those people are going, like I said, there's 2 people going into Heathrow, or 1 person going into Heathrow at the moment, and that will be it. Okay, so let's see where he is. He's on his taxi, isn't he? He's just coming up to Golf 4. It's funny that, these holds are alphanumeric, but that one there is all alpha. Same with Alpha X-ray and Bravo X-ray, Delta X-ray and Foxtrot X-ray. All the hold points for the runways are alpha, like designated Juliet X-ray and Hotel X-ray, but the hold points along the taxiway are alphanumeric. It's a pity he's not on voice, because then you'd be able to hear him. Right, see this aircraft out here to the left? He's above flight level 200, so all I see is his primary return and his history trail. So, I don't know where he came from all of a sudden. I didn't see him earlier. But anyway, whatever. So, oh, see, he's gone past. Ryanair 67 Papa Uniform, you've gone past Golf X-ray, but that's okay. Surface wind is 140 degrees, 14 knots, runway 09, clear takeoff. So he actually went past Golf X-ray. He was supposed to hold at Golf X-ray. I'll let him off. There's no traffic coming down, so he's okay. And once he goes airborne, his tag will show. And then I'll be able to accept his tag, and we can do some more then. It's all clever stuff. Oops. Oh, wow. Here we go. I didn't realise there's other people watching. BKG, good morning everyone. Showmo, can I as far as this vaccine goes? I've heard of it, but I need to find out exactly what it's for and what it does. I'm guessing it's something to do with ATC. Yeah, Showmo, as a pilot, as a pilot, you don't need to know about. You don't need this. What I'm showing you. This is for controllers. VATSIM is where you fly in an online environment using real-world procedures. BKJ more or less said that. Yes, VATSIM combines pilots who use desktop sims and controller volunteers who use radar clients on their PC. Exactly, yeah, you couldn't have said it any better. And they talk to one another to try and enhance realism. Darren Foe, good morning Darren, how are you? As you can see, right, his tag just came live, so he's now airborne. I can assume that tag, and now I can start doing different stuff with him. Hang on. There we go. He's only just about airborne. Yeah, he's just coming off the runway now. So I can do other stuff with this tag. You'll notice as I put my mouse over it, the background of it goes black, and the green border disappears. Going black just means I can read it better. And with the green border around it, it means that that aircraft is active and is, to me, you can see that it's all green. Whereas this aircraft over here to the right, his tag is white, which means he's not under my control. I haven't assumed him or anything. Alright, so Ryanair 67 Papa Uniform. Theoretically, he should report his passing altitude once airborne. I give him further instructions, but it doesn't look as though he's going to do that, so I will tell him. First of all, I need to check that I've done this. So I need to turn that around. Whoops. And 1, 2 for the wind. Alright. So change that round there. QNH is changed. Ryanair 67 Papa Uniform, report your passing altitude. Ryanair 67 Papa Uniform, continue climb altitude 6,000 feet on the QNH 1011. Alright. See you, Showmug. Have a good day. BKGA, quite handy to have landline or instant message communication with your controller colleagues, though. I'm not sure about that, BKG. I mean, I've worked Cardiff Radar for a long time. Most of the time, I don't use voice communication with coordinating controllers, because there is silent coordination, and if you've got letters of agreement, silent coordination is fine. I can send pre-notes, messages, alias messages, anything I want. And I do like using the departure list as well. We've got another aircraft on the ground here at Bristol is 7 Air 15 Papa. I think it's Tony Bond, so nice to see Tony. Hope he's alright. Make sure he calls me. I was just wondering if Darren was going to come on, but he isn't. I don't think so. I'm just looking controllers, and I've taken the menu off. Show controller, show file, show. Ryanair 67 Papa uniform, climb flight level 150. There we are. So he's climbing flight level 150. Saw the aircraft about. Show control, conflict show controller list, that's the one I want. Yeah, you can come on if you want, Darren. Go on to Bristol ground. That'll be fine. No problem at all. You're not interfering with me. I will release ground because I've got it on audio for VetSim. So just let me know when you come on. So I've been how long have I been a VetSim controller? Oof. Almost as long as I've been on VetSim. I joined VetSim in 2005. I think I became controller in 2006. So yeah, almost as long. I've got over 5,000 controlling hours, and for over 4,500 flying hours. I think all told, quite a bit. Quite a bit indeed. Okay, we'll just wait for Darren to get onto Bristol ground and then I will release it. I'm just waiting now. I'll cross-couple everything there for the time being. So Ryanair 67 Papa uniforms, climbing flight level 150. I will pass him off to Unicom shortly, which is 122.8, and the reason being, London Centre is on, so I can pass him to London Centre, which is even better. Ryanair 67 Papa uniform, contact London Centre now on 127.820. 127.820. So I can manual transfer to London Centre, and London Centre will pick him up, and that will change colour. You may have heard a beep beep. So that means London Centre is getting him. And Bristol ground is on, so let me disconnect that. There we go. So Bristol ground is on, and hopefully you'll probably have to send him a message, Darren, the guy on ground. Right, so Ryanair 67 Papa uniform is with London, so I can drop him. There we go. It's no longer anything to do with me. I've released it to London Control, and London Control will deal with him. Okay, there we go. That's all good. So, going back to what I was originally saying regarding the lack of video content on my channel, it is because of those number of factors and because of ATC, me taking that on. Morning. Darren just saying good morning to me from Bristol Ground. I suppose we should tell people that we're live. So it tells all the other controllers about, although there's not many in the UK. Brian D. Walker. Good morning, just getting into Explain 11. What is the best add-on to see other pilots? Love this ATC stuff. I listen to live ATC just as background sounds sometimes. What is the best add-on to see other pilots? Well, you don't need an add-on. I mean, if you want to fly, Ryan, I'm talking to you now, Ryan. If you want to fly online, yeah, in a multiplayer environment, then you need to join either VATSIM or IVAO. I fly on VATSIM. Many thousands of people fly on VATSIM. Thousands of people fly on IVAO. Okay, when you join VATSIM, you get all the software free. It is all free. Joining is free. No one will ever ask you for any money, and you can fly online. If you want an add-on whereby you can see other pilots around the world, then you need to get something like VATSpy. So just go to Google and type in VATSpy, or go to vatspy.com, I think it is, and that will show you pilots all over the world. Yeah, without you don't have to go online. Just click on VATSpy, and you'll be able to see them. Have I got it? I'm pretty sure I have. He says, frantically looking around. I thought I had it. My Windows decided to go bonkers this week, and it really made a mess. Oh yeah, there we go. VATSpy. I'll just load VATSpy up for you. Yeah, so this is it, and you can see pilots all over the world. You know, Speedbird 75, literally all over the world. Mostly in Europe and the Far East because of time difference. There's some people flying over in the US there, and you can see that London Control is on here. That's the blue box there, and Cardiff. There, Cardiff radar. You can see where people are departing from. Heathrow departures, there's 3 at the moment, I think. There's a lot of arrivals, obviously. Nothing. Alright, so there's VATSpy, and you can configure VATSpy however you want. You can just show your friends, show a particular aircraft, you know, Speedbird or whatever. So there's that. And then there's something else called VATtastic as well. If you don't want to fly online in an online environment, communicating with real people, then in Explain 11 there's something called Global Traffic, and it's from Just Flight, and that adds AI aircraft into your simulator, and it adds lots of them. Believe me, it's very, very good. Have I still got Explain open? No, I haven't. I've closed it. Yeah. So just to be clear, so it's VATSpy. If you want to see online traffic or global or AI traffic in your sim. Now, Traffic Global is really good. I mean, I've used it. although when I fly online all the time, but I've used Traffic Global. I did a review for it on my channel. There's a video for it on the channel here somewhere. But with Traffic Global, I mean, if you go to a busy airport, you could be stuck for half an hour behind a queue of traffic flying out. It's that good. It really is that good. And that actually adds to the immersion, especially if you don't want to fly in an online environment like VATSIM, which can be intimidating. It's different. It's highly unusual. It's run by volunteers, so there's not always ATC coverage. And you know, depending on what you want, if you're a new pilot, you said you're just getting into X-Plane 11. I don't know whether that means you're a new pilot or not, but if you're a new pilot, people are tempted to go to Heathrow, and then they go to Heathrow and they get themselves into all sorts of trouble because they've never flown out of Heathrow before. So AI traffic is good. What are you saying here? I actually bought Traffic Global on Sunday. Love it. I fly out of mostly Aldergrove, is that, in Belfast? I'm not quite sure. AC and AA, both in Ireland, Northern Ireland. Great. Yeah, so you've got Traffic Global. That is fantastic, as you say. But that's AI traffic. If you want to fly online, what you need to do is go to VATSIM. Is it VATSIM? I think it's VATSIM.net or VATSIM UK. Google and join. It's simple. You can join up to VATSIM in a matter of minutes. Download your free software, your pilot client, etc. And the pilot client is what connects your flight simulator to the network. It's all free. Nobody will ever ask you for any money ever, and you can be flying online in no time at all. If you do that, make sure you read the Pilot Resource Center, and also when you go online, do not load up on a runway. Always load up at a gate, because you never know if there's inbound or outbound traffic. Okay, that's it. Yeah, Aldergrove and George Best City Airport. Yeah, so that's it. And you know, this VATSIM UK has a very lively forum. It's got Facebook pages. So if you want, you know, if you have any questions, you can go on there and ask. The one thing I would say, Ryan, if you're going to try flying online, start off low and slow. Start off at an airfield where there's not much traffic, but has ATC coverage like us, Cardiff and Bristol. Start off with a Cessna and just learn how to do circuits and how to listen to ATC and respond to ATC. I know you said you listen to ATC live, which is great, because then you kind of got an understanding of what's coming and what's to listen for. Although with ATC live, it's mostly American airports. UK airports do not allow their transmissions to go onto ATC live. I don't know why not, because you can get a radio, you know, a handheld radio, and go and listen to airports. I think it's something to do with the airwaves, you know. Anyway, whatever. So that's the way. Any questions, you know, ask away on here, ask away on the forums, ask away on Facebook. Have a look through. I even did videos about connecting to VATSIM.net. So, you know, have a look around the channel, because there's loads of stuff on there about flying on VATSIM and flying generally. I don't know whether you had subscribed, but please do subscribe to the channel. There are 7 people watching, but I'm only talking to, I think, 3. Showmug has gone off to work. BKG, I don't know whether you're still here. Darren, obviously, he's controlling now at Bristol. So, there we are. Let's check in with Darren, I think. Oh, 7015 Papa. going to check my emails if you don't mind. No. It's silly sad. Right, I need to make a phone call. Dan. Keypad 013 06 88 211. I'll be right back. Hi, Dan. Is that Dan? Hi, Toby. It's Wycliffe here. I wish I could say I was doing well. Oh no, I mean I'm brilliant apart from I sliced my finger up on one of my racing quads. So yeah, I have to go to the doctors every 2 days to get that redressed. But apart from that, yeah, I'm good. Anyway, Dan's put the wrong address on the collection. He's got it for 5 Michelson Court. Now you can go to 5 Michelson Court, but you'll never get a computer there. So it's 5 St Nicholas Court. Yeah, Charlie Fox. Yeah, Charlie Fox Shot 5 Juliet Alpha. St Nicholas. All right. No. Friday. Yeah, I booked it for Friday. That's the best day for me. Oh, it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. We did the Golden Triangle. So Taj Mahal, Amritsar, Jaipur. Well, it was just amazing. Everything that I expected it to be, and still a huge culture shock. No. Have you? A country of so many contradictions. It's unbelievable. You've got the mega wealthy, you've got the Maharajas that maybe don't have the power but still have all the wealth, and then you've got people who live in the streets, quite literally, and litter pickers, and the caste system is still prevalent, even though the government will tell you that it doesn't exist. It does. Oh, fascinating place. Absolutely fascinating. Yep. Yeah. 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 I mean, an upgrade on my old machine would be fine. Which is one I got from you in the first place. I can't remember whether I've had 2 from you or just 1. I know I had 1 from Overclockers, and that was a dog. It was terrible. It really was terrible. I used to recommend Overclockers because I thought they were a good company, but then after the experience I had, I thought, no, to hell with it. I'd never again. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. That's great. After 1 Friday, it's brilliant. Thanks, Toby. Nice speaking to you. Bye. Right. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Hope you can hear me. I forgot what I was saying before the phone call. Ryan's in work, but on his phone. And you listen to Dublin. Yeah, I suppose Dublin is Euro. I mean, that will be Euro-based phraseology, so that's good. So you're a new pilot, you don't mind reading the documents. I have noticed there's quite a bit of reading to do. There is a lot of reading to do, Ryan, but and it depends where you read. reading. It's like if you're reading to learn how to fly your aircraft, you know, especially some of the top end aircraft, the manuals are huge and what have you. Once you get that, that's okay. In terms of learning phraseology, yeah, there's a lot. And I'll tell you the way that I learned, okay? When I first started on VATSIM, I learned phraseology almost parrot fashion. What I did was I downloaded CAP 413. I'm going to put this in here. You probably know this anyway, but I'm going to put it in there. CAP 413. So you Google CAP 413 and it'll take you to that, which is the radio telephony manual for the CAA radio phraseology. Okay, which is brilliant. Okay, now there's a chapter in there called chapter 11. All right, and chapter 11 is an IFR flight from beginning to end, and all the phrases and radio telephony that's used in that flight. And what I did was I printed off chapter 11 and I had it in a ring binder by my desk, and I literally, when I first started and I went online, I just used to read it, but I would put in my call sign. So what I did, I printed it all off and I put in my call sign by the call sign that's in there. I think they used something like Kenworth or something like that. I can't remember. Or Big Jet. Okay, so the plane is called Big Jet, and I can't remember the name of the ATC station. But Chris, have a good day. You're off to work. Have a really good day. Don't let them get to you. You know, it's only a few hours, and then you're back home. Have a good day, mate. Be positive, and if you're like me, glass is half full, never half empty. Okay. So yeah, chapter 11, I printed it off, and where it said Big Jet, I knew that was me. So Speedbird 2302 is my call sign. It's the one I use all the time, or WestJet 2302, whatever. And I read that chapter, and that's how I used to work. And I would write things down. Always have a notepad by the side of you, so that when a controller gives you your clearance, you can write it down. And eventually, you won't be writing it all down. You'll just be writing the numbers down. Yeah, and that's the way to do it right. You listen to Dublin. One thing I will tell you is that real world ATC, although they stick to phraseology, they're a little bit more flexible than VATSIM. And the reason being is that because VATSIM is a global organisation, the founders and everybody who put the documents together, they realised what they needed to do was standardise everything. And so they standardised everything by the CAA radio telephony regulations and the FAA regulations, which is in America. And so they standardised it all over the world. And VATSIM expects you and me to use the CAA radio telephony manual, or as it's called, guide, but you use the guide verbatim. So sometimes as you're controlling, you get a NOTAM or a notification that something has changed slightly in phraseology. Now, we used to say things like Speedbird 2302, line up and wait. Line up and wait behind the Virgin 321. Yeah, it's now Speedbird 2302, line up and wait behind the Virgin 231 behind. So you say behind twice, which I think grammatically is incorrect, but for radio telephony it is correct. So you're being very precise about what you're saying. And it's interesting learning about phraseology and why radio telephony phraseology is as precise as it is. And the reason why this is because of the Tenerife accident. Back in the 70s, were two 747s, two large jets. One was on the runway, one was crossing the runway, and one was taking off. And that accident happened as a result of confused understanding of what the pilots were being told. Yeah, they misunderstood what they were being told by the controllers. And the reason why they misunderstood what was being said by the controllers was because the controllers didn't know what to say. You know, they were kind of making it up as they went along. They weren't using a standardized radio telephony. There's videos on YouTube that actually show you what happened with that accident. Don't see in terms of the ATC, and you can understand why the pilots were confused and why ATC were confused. And it was also down to poor visibility as well. The poor visibility, in so much, would have not caused an accident if the aircraft were being controlled correctly, but because there was poor visibility, the aircraft were not being controlled correctly, and also there was not standardized radio telephony. It's very interesting. Okay, 715 Papa is with me. It's okay, Darren. I've been watching your. You've been using the departure strip very nicely, so I'm just waiting for him to call me. Oh, he's trying to contact me. Oh, okay. I better say. 715 Papa, apologies. Surface wind is 150 at 16 knots. Runway 09 is clear takeoff. I know what that is. Apart from anything else, I'm not connected. Stand by. Lost connection. Okay, let's try this again. 7015 Papa, do you copy? Seven 15 Papa, do you copy? All right. Seven 15 Papa, Cardiff radar, do you copy? Okay, I just sent him that instead. I'm going to disconnect settings. What is wrong here? Microphone 2, speakers 2, so that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Apply. Okay, connect. Seven 15 Papa, apologies sir, I was disconnected without realising. Surface wind is 160 degrees 19 knots, runway 09 clear takeoff. Yeah, Happy New Year, Tony. I do apologise about that. Right, well then, we finally got him away. It was a bit of a bummer, right? So he's departing. 7015 Papa, Bristol QNH is now 1010. What a bugger that was. So that's him it's disconnecting controllers as well, let alone pilots. A very political statement there. So I've forgotten where we were at because I was talking so much there. Oh, I was talking about ATC, wasn't I? Someone boiled the kettle and blew all the fuses in the control tower. Yeah, that's probably right, BKG, especially at Bristol. They need a new tower. No problem, Ryan. Yeah, get back to work and put that phone down, otherwise the boss will be onto you. Okay. I was trying to figure out why my webcam is not working either. And I might get under the desk in a minute once 7015 Patra's away. Once we get 7015 Patra out of the way, I'm going to go off because I've got a couple of jobs to do that I need to do. The weather looks as though it's clearing, so I might go flying my racing drone. You never know. Right, let's check this webcam, which is that lead, I think, is it? Oh. Nothing like clambering under a desk and pressing buttons and checking things are working. Right. Let's have a look. See, webcam. No. No. Properties. Logitech. Configure video. Let's. Okay, that would suggest that it's not plugged in at the moment. So let's get back into the desk. Oh, here we go. So we assume 7 hour. What is that? 7 hour. Oh. 7015 pattern. Continue flying. Flight 150. Alright, someone go on. Someone go on. Who's in the door? He's got two. He's got a big one on the line. He's got a big one by my bed, and then he's got one on the line. Frank wants to see you as well. Yeah. No. Well, she'll be in this afternoon. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we ran out of chat by the same time. Wait.
Silk Road, because I found the hotel and it's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
So that's the point.
We're thinking of finding one. So we'll see. So she wants something to try. See you later. My dog is the best doorbell going. You're the best doorbell going, aren't you, Frank? Still can't figure out why my camera's not working. We'll sort that. Right, so he's going to flight 11150. There we go. Right, Darren. I'm going to send you a message. And now I'm going to log off. So, hope you've enjoyed the stream this morning. If not the stream, the conversation anyway. BKG, Ryan, Chris, anybody else who's around, Showmoke, anybody who's not said hello and whose name I don't know because you're just a number. Hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll see you all again soon. And you take care. Is London Centre still on? They are. 7015 Papa contact. Oh no, negative. I thought London Centre was on. They're not. It's Unicorn 122.80 for you, and I'll see you again soon, Tony. Right, let me log off. We'll see you all again soon. Next time, we might do some controlling in the evening, and we can, generate a bit more traffic. But as you can see, it's beginning to get busy on that soon as the day wears on. And all the people who don't work or who are retired like me, they have fun. All right, we're going. Cheerio. How do we disconnect this? Like this.